Yeah, it's bad, guys. The charts is a bloodbath today. As you can see here, my right hand side over here, it is red across the board. Even XMR, which has been up, as being like the only
Retracing
green one
finally.
we've had here, is down. So um pretty bad. I got in here, and dang, dude, first thing I looked at, I was like, let's check out Ape. I've been really liking Ape because the moves are really kind of going with the market, but it's just so volatile. It's just like so exaggerated. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's trade some Ape. And I got in just like a few minutes late, and it just started to tank. Like it was just like a couple percentage points down from open. And now we're looking at Ape, and it's yeah, 10%. So I missed like a giant, beautiful trade. All right. But anyways, can't dwell on it. Gotta move on.
Yeah.
Gotta move on. But then I checked out, I saw this dumpage happening right there, right before market opened, about like 30 minutes before markets open in New York. Bunch of dumpage happening. And so I was like, let's check out ETH. Let's see if the level's still holding. Is the level still holding? And I look at it, and it is barely holding. So here is this horizontal level here that we made a while back ago, because ETH is really just bouncing off of the support that it was bouncing off of a year ago when we had that giant crash last May. Um, and right, and we were comparing with ETH and Bitcoin. Bitcoin, it broke through that level, right? It broke through that level, wicked down, came back up. So we can expect Bitcoin to start going below that level since it broke it. Here, ETH, I was like, hey, it's holding. It's actually, performing, it's respecting levels much more than Bitcoin and stuff. And so far, it came down, wicked, smashed it this morning, and it's starting to wick back up, right? Starting to bounce back up. But let's go down. Let's dive deeper to see what we could be looking for in the rest of the day, because maybe that was just big old dive deep down, shake out a bunch of people. Now the market's going to be popping back up. I don't know. Let's check out lower time frames to kind of figure that out. 4 hour. Yeesh. Yeah, as you can see, it's now tested here this level essentially twice in the last few. I mean, so this was on the 11th of May, right? Testing again. I mean, this doesn't look very bullish at all, right? And we have on the kimono wave. Oh, that's not what I want. The kimono wave is looking like we have an oversold signal. We have a red wave down here. Right. Good thing is do you see the wave kind of, it's starting to turn up. All right. So on the 4 hour, interesting how it's like, hey, we could be starting to get dying down from this dumpage. Um Other thing is to watch out for VWAP pointing up. Looks like money flow dipped down, and it could be coming back up. So hey, 4 hour, those are some good things to see. And we're developing it looks like a green vector candle. Whoa, green vector candle here.
Whoa.
Um, on the 4 hour, right? See how it like dipped down, shooting right back up. Maybe it comes back, reclaims this vector candle zone real quick, challenges the 50 EMA. All of that would be making sense right now. Let's see if the lower time frames confirm that. All right, 1 hour. 1 hour, we're getting an oversold signal, right? So even right, we had this giant dip, and now we're getting this oversold signal. Vector candle zones also existing on the 1 hour that we could be seeing reclaimed here soon. So hey, we could be seeing a rebound from this giant dump we just had. Let's check out. Let's go a little lower. Let's go 30-minute. Let's check it out. I usually like to check out 24, but let's just see 30-minute. Looking same thing. Vector candle zones. So when you see these vector candle zones, on the large time frame, shorter time frame, that just gives you more confirmation that these vector candles are really strong. And what the vector candles show us is these are actually, right? Retail traders see vector candles. I say this all the time. I just repeat myself on the show just because I got to
Yeah.
beat myself over the head with it, because this is how psychology works, right? You see these vector candles, how it's like giant red, right? And retail traders like myself and everyone else see these giant red candles and they think this is a seller's market. People are selling like crazy. In reality, it's a buyer's market, because if someone's selling, someone's got to be buying. And when you see these giant red candles, who's likely buying? The market makers. They are buying these up. They're going long while the retail traders are going short. And so you can expect prices to return up here because market makers like to make a profit. Okay. We're playing in their game. This is their business. We pay to play. All right. So I'm imagining, yes, prices. Look how fast this one just recovered from this vector candle, right? Whole bunch of retail traders going short right here. Market makers are saying, thank you very much for your liquidations. All right. So market makers are taking their profits here. Market makers will likely take the price and take their profits up here. So just watch out for that. I mean, we have, yeah, 30 minutes. We have that vector candle. I don't see any like divergences really, right? I mean, this could be a hidden divergence. We have lower prices, but momentum really didn't like go crazy. Um, Crazy lower. So this could be a hidden bullish divergence there. So we could be seeing a pop, a little rebound from this massive dumpage. All right. But again, just because we're recovering doesn't mean we're going to be seeing like crazy higher prices. Don't expect higher highs, higher lows. Don't expect that kind of type stuff necessarily just yet. Um, but it is like, yeah, these kind of like giant wicks just bouncing off of that level here. Um, in the daily, we're starting to form that an overbought signal. All right. So yeah, we might get a rebound, but on the daily candle, that could just look like, hey, it closes here or something, right? And then we just continue down the next, throughout the weekend or something, or we just range at this level for a while. But that's what I'm kind of looking at here. We're gonna, it looks like we're gonna be getting a bounce to recover from this giant drop, but how long will it last? Probably pretty short, right?
Hmm.
Few hours, maybe the rest of the day. Um, not sure. So as far as longing or shorting, just will depend on the token and how that is looking, right? I would be looking for shorts, only because look, the daily is going red, the 4 hour is still red. So this yes, it's curving up, but what I've seen when I see this starts to curve up, in the lower time frames, that says to me we could be starting seeing a shift, right? We could start be seeing a shift in price action from dumping to pumping, but we can still dump like crazy. Okay. Just because this red one is curving up, it doesn't mean that we can't just see, more dumpage coming. So, again, giant vector candle zones, I could totally see the price coming up, reclaiming it, and then coming back down, because that also makes sense. It would be smashing. Well, that was real straight. It would be smashing this level of what was support, which could be resistance now. So it's interesting, right? Right, because it's crazy how it's like, yeah, let's claim this vector candle zone. Market makers took a bunch of longs here, so let's go. Let's get they'll make profits, bring the price down as everyone starts to buy the bottom. They're buying the bottom, and then they'll take it down even further. So watch the levels of orders, right? Because right now you have probably a bunch of short orders in right now. And so then you're looking at, okay, liquidation levels. Where are they going to be getting liquidated? Certain amount of percentage get liquidated here. Certain amount of percentage of people get liquidated here. Certain amount get liquidated here. So the market maker is going to chase liquidity. So you're going to see, price maybe come up to these levels, but again, long term, it's looking like we're still going to see some downward momentum. But again, I don't know. I'd like to see some patterns before we start seeing some breakout.
Yeah,
Not really saying that yet, but we'll see.
some
Let's check
bullish
out some other
patterns.
tokens. Ape, ape, ape watch, ape watch. Okay, 4 hour time frame. Hey, we are, look at this, lower prices, but momentum, right? If we could get a green dot here, it's not like a clear bullish divergence, but that's, I'd call that a hidden one considering the amount of dumpage we've had, and the momentum actually isn't like going crazy, right? So we could see some pumpage here on Ape now. So, get ready to like scalp some longs here is what I'd be kind of looking for, because a lot of people, they see this kind of price action downward. A bunch of people are going to start going long now. A bunch of people think they're buying the bottom. And then, liquidations, right now, tons of shorts, right? Again, tons of short liquidations for the market maker to be chasing up here. And then fulfills those. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have a bunch of long liquidations happening down here, and the market maker is going to want to chase for those. Okay, so just again, I'm not convinced this is the bottom, but this could be a great opportunity to scalp some longs maybe coming up throughout the day on some of these tokens as they recover from this giant massive drop. But be cautious, we could still drop more. So just get ready to like play play both sides of the coin on today, because it could be one of those ones where some of them are, hey, we get a nice spike, and then all of a sudden it just drops like crazy. It's going to be pretty volatile with that crazy droppage we've had this morning. Would be my bet on, yeah, a lot of these. Because, yeah, some of these are already recovering, already 2%, right? Because 8, right, wasn't it already? It was at like 10% down. It's already at 8 now. So we could, yeah, it's going to be a pretty volatile day, I think, today. So get your shorts and your pants on, your long pants and your short shorts. Get them. Make sure you're wearing both layers today. We're gonna be wearing layers today.
That's going to be very awkward looking.
I would.
I don't want to
I think it would
imagine
be.
you wearing pants and
I wear
shorts at the
my.
same
Well,
time,
do you wear your short shorts on
like
the
long
outside of your
johns.
pants or on the inside?
That's a
I
good
would.
question. Probably in the inside, just for aesthetics, mostly.
Right. Yeah. It.
Yeah,
It would make more sense to
mostly
me.
for aesthetics. Yes. So I just want to
Any
highlight.
other?
Ken just popped in and asked if we do any Twitter Spaces, and I was just kind of chatting with him, saying we haven't done any Twitter Spaces yet. But yesterday I was thinking, I was in a couple. Matt and we were in a couple Twitter Spaces yesterday, and I was thinking, I was like, we should really be probably doing some of these. And somebody also mentioned we might be able to restream this as the Twitter Space, which would be really cool. So yeah, just thanks for the ideas, guys, and we really appreciate it. And thanks for joining us, Ken. Cool.
Sure,
So
yeah.
should we hit the intermission, or do you have any other tokens you want to show us?
Dude, no, I mean, unless anyone wants a last call, if you want me to check out anything else, I guess let's see if there's any like major losers, winners. I mean, because a lot of them are down around the same levels. Like here's AVEX at 9. Um, no winners today, guys. No winners, no chicken dinners. Okay. I guess who's the best off? XRP right now, 3%. Gosh, it's so bad, dude. This is like the beginning of that of just a few weeks ago, and it just like tanked really bad, and everyone's like, full capitulation. This is absolutely disaster. We're going to zero. It's like it could be like the beginning of one of those days. I don't know. I was this morning when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is so bad. This is a bad start before the market even opens." But at the same time, it could have been market makers, saying, "Hey, let's go. Let's get right before the market tanks. Let's get a whole bunch of people filling a bunch of shorts, and then we move it up. Nice bear trap for everyone. Um, so, anyways, yeah, biggest losers, AVAX, Ape, and those are the only ones that are
Lots
in
of
like
red.
nines.
A lot of red.
Ugh,
Kansas
a
asked if we can show a
lot of
chart
red.
of the future going upwards, and to Kansas,
You
just
turn it
turn
upside
your
down.
monitor upside down.
Yeah,
Whatever device you're
yeah.
using to watch, just turn it upside down. If
And
lock your
and in
screen and then
trading
turn it
view
upside down.
and in trading view, and you could edit the candles colors, to be like
Oh,
red,
that's
green, so
true.
it
You
just
can
look.
change the
Yeah.
color, candle color. I
Yeah,
like
so
that.
that way it kinda makes it feel a little bit better. No,
Rain's
like,
going
yesterday
down. You
too,
feel
like,
good.
I was trading some yesterday, I don't know what got into me yesterday, I was just like, "I'm gonna trade some
What? It's
greasy
the same
shit
thing that
coins."
gets into you every day, man. Let's be honest.
Yeah, okay, but, like, I
You get
don't
a
know,
little
not
tickle,
I
and you just
usually
have
I
to get
usually
some
stick to,
degen
like,
stuff.
what's on my list here, but yesterday is, like, the market was just, like, so, like, sideways and so chud and boring, I was like, "I'm gonna go check out what's going on, some of these weird ones I haven't seen before." And it's like, yeah, some other shit coins are like popping like 25% in the last day or so. And so I'm like, let's go and see if there's some good short opportunities. And there was, it's just so there's other tokens out there. You just kind of gotta venture out and see what's going on. I know that's like the strategy of like Bitlord, right? Where he just is like hilariously just aping into like every shit coin he could possibly fuck. So it's kind of it's kind of like
Dude, that
you could do
guy's
that where it's just like $100 here,
insane.
$100 there, $100 there, and it's like, hey, let's hope for a 3000x on one of them or something. It's like, what the hell? Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's gambling for sure, man. Yeah, it
Oh,
is
yeah.
gambling. Like, cause a lot of those shit tokens, I'm sitting here, I'm like trying to do TA. I'm like, okay, what makes sense? I think, yeah, you'll have single candles that are just like popping 5%, 1 second later, popping down 5%, down another 5%, then back to even back. It's just like nonstop, like crazy movement. And yeah, you basically gotta like just really take profits really fast on those shit tokens because it could go pretty rough pretty fast.
That's
I do
true
leverage, so
degen
that's what
territory.
if you're doing spot, it's a lot. It's you could be kind of chill, but um yeah, with my leverage, it's kind of scary. I don't like to do the shit tokens like that very often with. But yesterday, I don't know. I had a bug, I had an itch, and I didn't do too bad. I didn't do too well. It's kind of even. That's all.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, could be worse, I guess.
it could be.
Could be
Yeah,
worse.
it could have been. Could
I
have
know
been.
that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, every
let's go to
time I do that, I get
intermission.
it out of my system. I'm like done. Moving
I
on.
know. I
Going
know.
back to my
No, and
normal
you get it out of
tokens.
your system for about 12 to 24 hours.
This is true. Yes. That's long
Okay.
enough though.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I take breaks. I take a tolerance break of 12 to 24 hours. It's all
Yeah,
good.
just get the crazy shit coin thing out of my system and move on.
Then you can do a little work for a little bit before you go
Yeah.
back to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Trade some real tokens.